Hello, hello. Hi everyone. Can you guys hear me well? Welcome. Ugh. Get
Hello,
get
hello.
comfortable. Get uh get a drink. Uh get ready to watch or work together. And yeah, welcome. Second week, second part. I see there are some people on the chat right now. Arthur, my friend. Damn, KLP, Lucas, familiar faces. Welcome. Thank you for being here again. Uh, watch it from the studio. Are you working yet? Well, good luck. Arthur. Arthur, I have a plan, Arthur. Uh, yeah, so today we are going to start sculpting some details on Mr. Krabs. I got some images to use as reference, and we are going to talk about a few things that I consider important on this step. It's mostly about design and how I play with details when it comes to uh, create fan arts. Because with fan arts we have like the original design, and then how much we can change but still keeping the original design is not only about adding like wrinkles or uh, weird details on the skin. I personally I like to gather some real life images and create like a balance between the cartoon and the real life stuff. And this balance, where to apply details, how to apply them and such, I think it's super fun. I love this process. It has a lot of the explorations, so don't expect to watch me doing like stuff in just one uh, attempt, because on this step I will usually explore, delete versions, and compare options, and that's the fun for me. It's something that I really enjoy. So I will start talking a little bit about the design choices that I usually think about, and then we're going to jump to ZBrush and Sculpt. So yeah, Jonathan's sculpting ZBrush today. That's correct. So yeah, let's start. Let me share my screen here. I have a few things to talk about uh, the sculpting path, and the most important thing that I want to mention is balance. Balance. So it's super common when you are starting in any field like 3D or illustration or anything. It's super common to, oh, by the way, if the fan it's like making a huge noise on my microphone, please let me know and I can uh, turn it off, because it's super warm here today. So I hope the audio is fine. If the music in the background it's loud as well, please let me know. So yeah, balance. So like I was saying, it's super common when we start in like doing artworks. We want to show like everything that we learned and everything that we can do. And this is a bit tricky because usually what we do sometimes is we put details and we like over uh, over detail everything, and that usually makes projects a bit boring to see because everything has a similar information, like a visual information, so you don't get the balance um, in the beginning. So like think this is like a fundamental. You can apply that from modeling to lighting. So for example, I have Stimpy here. So something that by the way, Stimpy has like all the videos of the workflow on my YouTube channel. So go take a look if you want to see how I made this guy. So the balance here, we can see, for example, we have a lot of details happening here on the eyes. So we have like wrinkles, we have like overlapping uh, skin, we have like a little bit of gross like stuff around the eyes. We have eyebrows, we have some dots here. So this is an area that I decided to apply details. And here in the belly, we can see that there's not too much details. I could go crazy here and add like more, I don't know, scars or more wrinkles or more spots here. I could go crazy, but the idea of having a resting area in the model is that it helps to guide our eye to the place that we want to give our attention. So we have more details happening here. We have wrinkles, we have the beard, we have like more color variation. But if everything has details, it gets like boring because you don't balance stuff. So in order to give more attention to a specific area, it's nice to think about what is happening in the surroundings. So for example, if you have like information like, I don't know, let's suppose you have like something like this is like super like abstract, but if you want to give more impact to like spikes, maybe if they get like closer to a different texture that are not spikes, maybe they will pop more, you know what I mean? So that's the idea behind balance. It's like when you are doing like lighting, the same idea. If you add light to everything you're seeing and you want to show like every single texture you made, you get the scene very like neutral, and it gets harder to guide the eye, you know what I mean? So deciding what to hide when you are doing like a lighting work and what to keep it more soft and simple when you are sculpting, that's super important to give balance and to guide the eye of people. So like here we have a lot of information, here it's more simple. So this is something to think about, because when I started like doing 3D artworks, I was like going crazy and adding like wrinkles everywhere. But if everything has like wrinkles and stuff and details, it gets like boring. Like you don't get like interest, you don't get balance. So sometimes if you want to make like some weird details in your model, having places without too much information in the surroundings areas will help to pop those details more. Okay, so think about that. Like in every aspect of your work, because that works for look dev, sculpting, lighting. It's like a fundamental. It's like balance and contrast and this kind of composition eye helps to make a work that has more variation, and it will help to look a bit better, right? So I hope that make a little bit of sense. I have here my skateboard. As you can see, he's a bit different from the previous live stream. I just made like a standard pose to start the work, because we are going to work now thinking about production, like the production mentality. Because of that, it's important to have like not too much uh, stretching or specific poses. So I changed the eye a little bit. I can bring back later and create a new eyelid, like the concept one that we had, with the top eyelid and the bottom one like merge it together. But for now, I'm happy with uh, this pose here. So what I'm going to do here, I will just grab a screenshot here, and let me share a little bit of the images that I got for this guy. So I have a few images from the red, I think it's red ghost crab, something like that. I think this is the crab that it's like the base for the design of Mr. Krabs. So this is the guy. He's super creepy, but we have a bunch of interesting details here to analyze. So I can see here some stuff that I will probably bring during look dev pass, like some of these tiny, let me change the color here, like these tiny I don't know, spikes, strands, I don't know. It has these like some, it looks like some beard or strands here, you know. So I can bring back to the beard area and play with the idea that the beard is actually this kind of strand that we can find in the real life. So I think this is nice to analyze, and there is plenty of cool stuff here happening. Like look these textures, like I said, the balance happens in the real life stuff. So you can see there is a lot of pointy stuff here, like bumps and tiny spikes and everything. But right besides that, there is like a soft region. So the balance here is super cool. We can use that as inspiration for our stuff, because if everything has the same amount of detail, it gets a bit boring. So deciding where to apply more of these spikes and where to add like a resting area will be interesting. What else we have here? I think this is more for the look dev pass. I will apply some of these details here, but other stuff we can bring in the look dev pass with textures. I have a few close-ups, and this is like super nice to see because look the textures here. It's like crazy and how they work. Like we have these super cool white dots that are bigger on the edges, and then they get softer when going more towards the body. And look the variation here, it's super cool because we have like this happening here, but the other dots like closer to it, they are like smaller and softer. So this is what I meant with the balance. It's like where to apply more information, like look how big these spots are, and look how we have like tiny spots here. So this kind of variation, bigger stuff, smaller stuff, more contrast, less contrast, this kind of stuff, this stuff will add so much uh, value to your work, uh, both in look dev or modeling or even lighting. So I have a few images from Google that I got. Uh, I searched for like chubby faces because it matches the uh, design a little bit. So I want to play a little bit with the idea, like, okay, what will be like fat? What will be like shell? How can I balance the idea of having flesh and having shell? Because if everything is like shell like this, there's no room for the wrinkles and the creases and the details that makes the face tired. But if we go 100% with flashy texture, we kind of lose the crab uh, texture. So finding this balance, it's something that we are going to start today, and it's something that I feel it's super fun to do. Okay, so I got a few images from Clancy Brown. He's Mr. Krabs' voice. I am shocked because I had no idea he was Mr. Krabs' voice, and yeah, I don't know if I have anything from his face to add to the work. Like maybe I could see like how some wrinkles work here. The shape of the eyes, it's like almost impossible to bring to our design because Mr. Krabs has such specific eyes. But I just wanted to bring here because maybe I could find something here just to play with the idea of having something similar from the actor. I don't know. I have nothing in mind, but it doesn't hurt to have some pictures here. And these these images are from this Instagram account, Earth World, I think. Super hard to pronounce. And yeah, this guy. I don't know if this is like a man or a woman, but this person takes amazing photographs with so much details and different faces. So I got here a few images as inspiration. I can use these like looking how the skin spots they are scattered around the face, how I can bring a little bit of these, uh, like, I don't know, bumps on the skin as well. And yeah, like just random stuff here to get started. And that's it for now. So I will start here sketching. Let me take a look on the chat. Uh, here. How's it going today, dude? Ready for another class? Yeah, 100%. How are you, Lucas? Uh, oh yeah, the damn, the guy who's making the TV. He shared on Discord. Super cool, looking great so far. Que fora ter live no YouTube de volta, cara. Você é uma das minhas inspirações como futuro artista. Tamo junto. Pô, obrigadão, Adriano. Valeu. What else? Oh, Ghost is here. Conrad, my friend. Contrast and balance, great advice. Yeah, like you didn't know, right, Arthur? Your work is amazing. Rodrigo Paulicki, another great 3D character artist, talk a lot about balance as well. It's hard sometimes that you need hold your hand in sometimes. Yeah, 100%. And Paulicki, like such a great friend of mine as well. And yeah, amazing artist. So yeah, you need to hold yourself, because if you just go with the flow, it's easy to get like too excited with the details and the sculpting, and then everything will look like with too much information. It's not bad to have too much information, but it's also important to have like this balance. Okay, so yeah, like that side silhouette, yeah, that was why I got this emoji, this silhouette here. It's like amazing. This is something that I see a lot of people that are beginning sculpting, how they will like do designs with like playing with more like chubby people, and like with more soft silhouette, but they make everything super soft, and if you see like this face, like it's like there is some big volumes here, but look how much breakups we have in the silhouette, you see. So it's not something like this super soft. So yeah, it's nice to find this kind of detail. Okay, so I will start here sketching some ideas. I will think about how I will blend a little bit of this. So I will start with the eyelids, not eyelids, the eye bags, something that I really like to apply on my characters. And on the first sketch, I was adding some brush strokes here to bring the illusion of having eye bags. But just a few moments ago, before starting the live stream, I thought about what if the eye bags come from the bottom eyelid and they overlap here, something like this. So I think this might be interesting to try, because something that will be tricky for the body will be balance the hard surface, the crab-like texture, and the fleshy ones. So I know that I want some wrinkles in the face, like around the mouth here. So this will be more like the fleshy areas. But at some point, I need to bring a little bit of the crab texture. So I will probably do some like a gradient. I will add more of these sharp details of the crab shell around here, like close to the clothes, and then here on the face, probably play a little bit with wrinkles, and then I could have like the wrinkles, the eye bags on the bottom eyelid like this, and leave some room here, because at first I was thinking about adding like the eye bags here, but then we would have some wrinkles around the mouth and then some stuff here. So I was afraid of having like too much information too close of each other. So I will uh, try to balance and avoid like stuff getting too close, because it's a tricky design. We have the nose here. Usually on the nose in human faces we have this uh, like this flash, this like wrinkle. I think, I don't know the name of this area. Nasolabial, whatever. I don't know the technical term, but this line that goes from the corner of the mouth to the corner of the nose is like a very interesting detail that helps with this uh, sensation that the face like is older. But for Mr. Krabs, it will be like, I think, impossible to push this here. It will look weird, I think, pushing like a wrinkle from here like this. I don't know if I like this line here. I don't know if that matches with the design of the nose. So I can maybe just give some soft transition to the top of the head, something like this. I like to push a little bit this um, like bag here that happens at the bottom of the, below the bottom lip. This one here, oops, this one. So I really like to push that on my characters, but let's see if that works for him. The chin would be around here, but I don't know if adding a chin on his face will be interesting, because I like this volume here, like this. So maybe I could remove the chin. Maybe, like I said, exploration is the the way. So we're going to try, we're going to fail, and after stopping for today and taking a look tomorrow, I will, with like fresh eyes, the next day you always find more stuff to change and also to remove, and then you can see better if the balance is working fine. For the eyelids, there's nothing much to play. I don't think I will touch them today, but yeah, just a few wrinkles here, getting softer as they go up. And I don't think I will play with the claws on this today, because they are very specific. There's something that some stuff that I want to test here. So let's focus on the face for today. So this is the main idea. Later, I know that I will bring some of these like beard strands here. I think it's called stubble. This kind of texture for the beard. So that's why I don't think the chin will look appealing. Let's see what we can find from the design. Yeah, nothing much for the face. There is nothing that brings the idea of the chin. Even in close-ups, we don't feel there's like a chin placed anywhere. So I think removing the chin might be fine. We have a little bit here, this feeling that the chin is there. But yeah, I think we have something to start with. So let's uh get started. So the first thing that I want to change here, by the way, organization will save a lot of time for you. So I just rename it all the meshes. I split the ones that I wanted. So yeah, let's start deciding like the main shapes of the face. I see that now the eyes they are rested more on the back of the head, so I will push this more and I will try to keep the eyes like place it on the front like this. You know what I mean? They were like two behind, so I will just move for now, and that will help me when I start to push the eye bag, so that bag can rest on the face. And no matter how much you sketch and you plan before the starting, there is always stuff that you will find during the sculpting process, because you will throw some brush strokes and then you will find interesting like overlaps on the skin, interesting flows happening. So a lot of stuff happens while you discover a lot of stuff while sculpting and doing the stuff. So yeah, at least for me it's like that. Some people they like to blend more the design in advance or to apply some stuff, but for me I leave room for like I try to keep it more loose and find the stuff along the way. I am adding like subdivision here on this mesh, but later on the road we're going to create a new topology. So this is like the same as using Dynamesh, but I don't want to use Dynamesh for now, so let's just keep like that. Let's change this alpha or something like this. At this step, I avoid going too crazy with the dime standard. I know it's like tempting to just go and draw lines, but I like to keep the turn standard more when I have the volumes instead of making lines on the surface. It helps to have more like to make the volumes more natural. Because if you just go like this and then Dynamesh, not Dynamesh, sorry, them standard, and then like this, it's something. And if you just start like adding volume here, and then you push later with temp standard, the volumes will look like better. So keep in mind that having volumes like these sometimes can be tricky for you. So yeah, just have patience while building the the base. I will not talk about the garments today, the clothes. I have some ideas for them and very interesting uh, tricks that I learned over the past few years. So I will make a video later, a live stream, just to talk about the garments, t-shirt, UVs, textures, everything. So I will go crazy here and start to push the eye bags because I love how weird the eye bags can look on the characters. It's funny because they look like tiny socks right now. There is like this feeling sometimes that you start doing stuff and you think, oh man, this is not looking good. Am I wasting time here? Is this like something that will work at the end? But it's fine. Like, just keep pushing and time will tell. So, yeah, enjoy the process. It will not look good at first, so you need to have like patience and keep pushing until you get comfortable. It will not be perfect. It never gets perfect because you always find stuff to change, to update. But yeah, you find a balance over time. You start to understand, okay, I think this is enough. I can move now. Uh, yeah, no, never mind. I start to feel something happening here. Like I said, it's natural. So you start sculpting, you start to feel like connections and with with the shapes. So I feel like this happening here. I feel like the crease that I mentioned it before, that goes from the corner of the mouth to the corner of the nose. I feel on this character that makes more sense that it goes to the eye instead to the nose like this. Does it make sense? Maybe, I don't know. Like, this is a crab that has a restaurant and lives under the sea. So we are not worried about making sense too much. We are we are worried about making it look nice. So you can bend the rules always. You must bend the rules, otherwise you're just like making copies of your references. So I think it's important to break the rules, especially on this kind of project that goes from fun art stylization. But even when doing like more realistic stuff, you see people from the industry that has more experience, and while they are working, they always, like most of the cases, they will say something like, okay, this is the realistic thing, but this is the thing that looks better, so let's go with the option that looks more interesting instead of relying on the technical side of it, just because it's like the, I don't know, the real world uh, uh, like rule or something like that. So you can see like people will push more, especially in look dev, they will push like more uh, reflection depending on the contest, or adding like crazy lights in the scene even if they don't make sense. And when I started to learn about that, it like clicked on my mind, because I always had this mindset of making stuff relying on the real world. So, oh, I will not add a new light here because there is no lamp in the scene, but whatever. When you see like some tutorials or making offs from movies or animation, especially when it comes to lights, there's like a million of new lamps on the scene helping to build the composition, and you don't realize, I mean, you don't care when you are watching. You don't think, oh, this light is not supposed to be here. If it's like a well done job, it will look like natural and interesting. So yeah, maybe I could push this de detail here from the middle of the like uh, above the lips. We have this like crease, I think. I don't know the correct term here. It looks like, looking from the bottom, it will look something like this. And then I think having this around here might make more sense, because we have the nose right there, so connecting the shapes will make the character look more like uh, interesting, I think. I don't know. I don't think I will apply any lips on him because I like this idea of the lips being compressed, like the original sketch. So I will keep that in mind. I will just like add some volume here and no lips for him. Let me take a look on the chat. Dude, have you ever done a Zoidberg? I have no idea what is that. Sorry, Eric. Leo Nunes, hello. Pedro Flores, subdividing Dynamesh helps a lot. Yeah, I do that a lot. I don't even remember if this is like a Dynamesh. I don't. Maybe, yeah, maybe there's like a lot of broken stuff here. So yeah, I was doing this workshop from Glauco Longi, and doing his sketches and classes. I saw him doing like subdividing Dynamesh, and it like such a simple thing, but I never thought about subdividing Dynamesh because we usually don't learn about doing that, or we learn like Dynamesh you should increase resolution and recalculate. And yeah, it was funny because I saw him doing that and I was like, oh, can we do that? I mean, yeah, that's interesting. Like, it was like so automatic to just increase resolution that I forgot that I could add subdivision at any time. Let me push a little bit this the t-shirt here. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, he has these crazy spikes on the back. I see on the concept, and I think we have some feeling of this here. So nothing much to search about that. Just let's go with feeling and see. Instead of doing like some stuff like this, like I would do in the past, let's keep in mind that talk about balance and contrast. So I could like consider start with more subtle spikes here, and then start pushing more and more. And then we have the situation where, like, where are those spikes when we go inside the t-shirt? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to push these spikes here on the back? I don't think so, but you could think about that. Let me think. We can see the crab photographs and see how those spikes work. On the concept, they are very visible like this, so I don't know. I don't like this first sketch that I tried. Maybe I could make them bigger, like at the top. Because with this option here, we are telling RI that there's no need to have the spikes on the back, so they start here around the neck, if I can call that. So something maybe like this, just a tiny one at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know if I like that, but let's keep like this for now. Time will tell if this will work or not. Let's draw a little bit of these spots here. Like I said, I want a little bit of this feeling that this is like the shell, the hard surface, and that around the mouth we start to feel like the skin, the fleshy stuff happening. Especially on the back, that we don't need to have any wrinkle or anything. We can bring this feeling like, okay, this is like the hard surface, the crab, real crab texture. I will not break symmetry on this step, but later on the road, especially on the finer details, I will do it. So we are just on the design phase for now, so there's no need to complicate our life. Uh, we could try. Let's think about the nose contact area. So this nose is very specific. I don't know if I understand what is the uh like the idea behind it. I don't see anything similar on the crab pictures. So I will uh like I will interpret that like something for like for my design. And let's think, like we have this crazy stuff happening, like it looks like an armor, you know, like we have like the edges of each like part of the crab. It looks like a I don't know, hard surface design, like a robot, an armor. I don't know how to say it, but it looks like a robot a little bit. You see, like these hard shells connecting, like a transformers or something like that. So I could consider that. Now for the nose, and maybe like add this idea that is connecting the nose here. So I could say that this connection here, it's like the crab hard shell texture, and bring a little bit of volume here on the top, just a little bit. We will have some nice like crease here dividing. Actually, yeah, I don't know, because we have two ways to play here. We can either go like this and add like a vertical line that will suggest like compression on the skin, This is super common in some faces. There you go. You see this crease here, this line. So it's the compression of the eyebrows. So we could have this here, but right on the top, we will have like horizontal lines for the forehead. So it will depend on how we want to interpret this region. Do we want like the feeling that this is like the forehead? Like this kind of line here? And then they could just uh, go a little bit and blend to the bottom and have a little bit of connection around the nose. Does this make sense? I don't know. I am exploring right now. So this is like a way to interpret this region, and the other way is like having like this. So I'm kind of divided of how I want to proceed with this part. I I don't think I like this compression very much because I'm telling my eye that we have the hard shell starting on the back. So if that's the case, having like a flashy uh, like compression of a flashy surface too close to the shell texture might be a little strange. So maybe I could call this like, okay, everything here is shell, and I could also maybe bring a little bit the idea of these spikes from the back coming here a little bit to the front, like this, maybe. For the nose, I think it could be fun to have some of these uh, lines like this, so let's try to bring this here and see how they look. So I can push them more at the bottom like I see on my reference. And I can make them they going like softer at the tip, something like this. Yeah, maybe more subtle. Maybe more on the base, the contact. I can maybe push more the like play with the thickness making it thicker on the base and thinner as it goes to the end. Well, I don't know. Let's let it rest. Maybe we'll take a look later. So yeah, I think I like more this shell-like feeling between the eyes. Let me take a look at the chat. Uh, PH photo says Kane. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Next masterclass coming soon. Let's go, Florian. Good reference for this hard to soft transition is how they made Mr. Terrific mask at the latest Superman movie. The T is hard, but around the eyes is soft. Mr. Terrific, I didn't watch, but I will definitely search for that. Mr. Terrific Superman. Oh, I know which character you are talking about. Uh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't think Google Images have uh, good resolution images for the mask for the mask texture, but good to know. I will try to find some extra images for my mood board. Thank you for sharing, Arthur. Okay. So like I said, I was not sure if I wanted like a chin. The chin would be around here, but I don't know. That would add a new breakup on his face, like this, and I think I'm more happy without the chin. So I should think if I want like more like compression here or here, because if I decide to go with both, it will look like a bit boring. All like this compression happening like all the way the same. So maybe I could push more here on the sides could keep softer. Let's take a look on some photographs and see how we can make this area here look more interesting. What if I just push this? Because I don't like when we have like the same uh, like thickness for some volumes like this. Like this is the same distance, the same. So in order to have like more flow and variation, it would be nice to play with this, like the thickness of this volume. So something like this, and then we have like here's thinner, thicker, you know what I mean. So I could, let's duplicate, because now I will push bigger changes, and if I don't like this I can always go back. Let's just push this volume around here. Yeah, I think this is interesting. I think the shape connects more with the rest. uh I don't like too much what's happening here around the corner, so we'll try to smooth that. expression here. I forgot to add that 3 little spikes at the bottom of the eyelids. I can do that right now. Why not? Let's bring Blender to the party. This sphere is fine for now. Okay, why Blender is super slow? That's weird. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. One here. One here. Something like this. Let's merge and call that eyelashes, maybe. Export. There you go. And then we can add some inflate at the tip. Yeah, I think it's fine. Mirror, where are you? Here. Perfect. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit bigger. Uh, where's my gizmo? Okay, okay. Yeah, I think it's fine for now. All right. What else? I think I am almost on my uh getting on my limit because I think that's the part where I start and I step back and rest my eye for the model. So yeah, I will play a little bit with these eye bags. I think they look cool. Like it matches the idea of having like the flashy part, and then they are resting on top of the face, which is like a mix of hard surface and soft areas. I will remove a lot of this volume here because having like the geometry uh, like without the intersection between the geometry, it will help more with uh, the idea that the mesh is like resting on top, because I want like this volume here like this. Here I can see that the geometry is resting because I see the shadow here, but here I can see that it's like flat. So in order to get more of this uh, like this volume, I should like remove all that extra mass and then make better the bottom eyelid, something like this. It's all about the details. Like if we spend some time to take care of the details and polish them over time, at the end your stuff will look better. That's good for now. I will polish all those volumes later, so I don't mind them being weird right now with like some weird flow happening here. It's okay. I am still sketching in some way. Let's throw a few brush strokes on the claws, the hands. I will wrap up the live stream around 2 hours, like usual. So, yeah, starting to get a bit tired, and I mean, on my golden days, is that correct? On my the early days, I would like do 6-hour live streams. I have on my channel actually. I think Gary, the first live stream I made, Sculpting Gary, another SpongeBob fan art. I know. Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6 hours during live stream. Yeah, that's in the past. Now I need more rest. I'm getting older. Yeah, that happens. Let's take a look on the claws and think about how we are going to block them. So I will add more room here between on the base so it gets easier to sculpt the details. Let's push it here. So this is very abstract here because we have a shape here, we have a different shape here, we have a different shape on the sketch and the concept from Adam, and of course way different shapes on the real life photographs. So I think this is where I will have more freedom to play around. Actually, there is a reference that I forgot to grab from. Yeah, I don't want to bring too much 3D artworks on this phase because I am blocking out. But let's make an exception because Pedro Conchi's work is like something special. So he has this crab character which is like 12 years old and it still looks freaking amazing. Like I don't know how he does that, how he did that, because the level of detail that he has currently and back in the day, it still holds up until today. You know what I mean? So if he just drops this today, I would say, whoa, that's incredible. But the fact that this is 12 years old, it's even more insane. So yeah, Pedro Conti, uh, as usual. So yeah, he has. I remember looking to this character before, and I made like a mental note about, oh, there is some stuff there that I could use as inspiration. And yeah, for the claws, I don't think there's much stuff to grab here as inspiration. You can see that the design, it's uh yeah, the design is more like on the big shapes. We don't have like tiny spikes or anything. So yeah, I will grab uh, a few images here later because I really enjoy the texture, the everything here, the lighting, everything is insane. Like, man, look at this like patch on the hat. It's like amazing. So yeah, shout out to Pedro Conti as usual. So yeah, let's just play with some ideas here. Nothing. There's no need to get worried about making mistakes here. Like, we are in the digital media, so I think this is the safest place to try and sketch stuff. You know what I mean? We can rely on duplicating geometry, Dynamesh, Ctrl Z, etc. Let's do a few groups here. Uh, yeah, this guy doesn't have symmetry. Weird. So let's just delete this for now. Uh, wait, what is happening? I want to delete hidden. Okay. So let's start playing more with the real life stuff. Let's. I should have grabbed more images for the claws, but it's fine. I think I will bring like the weight to the back and keep the tip smaller. Let's try to keep it straight here so it will be easier to work. Hey, Davi Amaral, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's been a long time. I I can play with some ideas here. Like we have these bigger claws, like we have the bigger spikes, like this, and then we can push like smaller ones from them. So it will help to bring like a hierarchy. That's is that the word? Like we have the main shapes and then medium shapes and so on. So let's just test the idea. Maybe it will look weird, maybe it will look nice. We have these spikes in the middle, something like this. Back in when I was working on Moana, I had to make this hermit crab, and man, it was not easy. The amount of details that crabs have, it's insane. I wonder who was the first person that saw this creature and say, you know what? If I if I like just boil this thing and remove the shell, I could eat the meat that it has inside. It doesn't make sense, right? Because it looks like a monster from I don't know. I want to give a very special treatment to the claws because they are such an important uh, part of the design. So expect to see like some good amount of time in look dev and sculpting. I want them looking amazing, so I will not rush anything on them. The hermit crab, yeah, Conrad. Yeah, the funny thing about the this crab that I made back in Moana. I mean, Moana was the first project I joined at Disney, and As probably everyone on the chat knows, I am from Brazil, so sometimes the language, uh, some words can get a bit tricky to understand and such. So I was hearing people talking about Hermit Crab. I was always talking about the character, saying like, "Oh yeah, Hermit Crab, I'm working on it," and so on. And for a very long time, I thought Hermit was the crab's name instead of the kind of crab. So in my mind, I was like, "Oh, this is Hermit the crab." They gave him a name, but yeah, I found out later, like months later, no, hermit is like the kind of crab. So yeah, funny. I think I didn't mention like to anyone. Oh, this is like hermit the crab. It was just natural to call him hermit. So in my heart, I know that that crab's name is hermit for me. I will call him hermit forever. Hermit the crab. I will I will keep this feeling of stuff being not like super straight or symmetrical. I kind of like this some wobble on the surface. I think it helps to look more natural, so I don't mind having like a few shapes like going in some direction and another. This is the kind of stuff that I always loved in Pedro Conte's work and Mindbender, uh, the studio Mindbender, because they use it to scan all the props from real life sculpting and crafting, and that uh, gave so much interesting shapes and details to the assets. And you could see that they use it to look like supernatural and alive because you could see like the shapes. There was nothing like super symmetrical or straight. You always had some like subtle variations on the surface, both on the sculpting or on the painting. So yeah, I like to keep this in mind. I think for the thumb, because the thumb is very iconic. It's uh, it's like bigger on the tip. So I think if I go like to okay real life uh, inspiration and I keep it like with like the spike shape, the claw shape at the tip. I don't know if I like this option because it's so classic to see like the button to look like a thumb. So I might play with the idea of keeping the bottom part like bigger on the tip, and let's see if that will work. I have different meshes for each part of the arm, but later I will merge everyone and it's fine. Uh, yeah, the first thing I see when I look far away, it's like the claws. They are like very very realistic for this design. I don't like the way this is going, so I might push the shapes more, making them bigger at the tip. So we can bring a little bit of the cartoon aesthetic. This is why it's good to step back the camera, step back from the screen, from the screen, and look with fresh eyes. He has such a big claws. The bottom one, at least. You you know what I mean? Like I just changed it a few shapes, and I already start to like more the rounded version. It suits more the design as a whole. Like if I just bring like a realistic claw from a crab photograph, it it will get like weird, and weird in not in a good way, because I want him to look weird, tired, uh wasted. But what I mean is that everything needs to combine. So I will play with details and imperfections and a lot of that stuff, but I need to respect the original design. Otherwise, I think it might get uh, not too interesting. I think same thing here. Like, what happens if I make the base like thinner? Yeah, I think I like the idea to keep this flat. Uh, yeah. Let's bring some colors and see what is happening here. And let's wrap up our live for today. I will throw a few brush strokes on the eyes just to have like a gradient as it goes to the bottom here. Maybe a few brush strokes at the top, maybe on the back. Gradients, they they are so helpful, so keep in mind, use them without being, oh, what's happening here? Okay. Okay. I think that's it for today. 2 hours of live stream. I might do some passes on my own time. Time will tell. I don't know if I will find spare time before next live stream, but I could push some sculpting uh, offline. I mean, instead of doing everything on the live stream, so we can save some time of the repetitive steps, and then I can focus showing more of the fun stuff, because from now on this sculpting pass is mostly like the same idea. I will look my reference images, play with combinations, explore possibilities. I will uh, test and explore and fail and try again. So I want to avoid like doing some very repetitive stuff on the live streams. So yeah, let's see. If I don't find any time to sculpt him on my free time, maybe next week we keep uh, we start from here. But yeah, let's see. I really want to show the stuff that I have planned for the clothes. But I think that will require a little bit more time because I want to have topology and UVs ready before that. So yeah, let's see. I have some plans, for the rest of the live streams. So yeah, time will tell. I I will stop uh here today, and thank you everyone that joined the live stream. Happy to be back. Happy to see the familiar faces and the new faces. So yeah, thank you everyone, especially my fellow Brazilian friends, because right now in Brazil it's probably very late of the night. I think past midnight probably. So yeah, if you are still there watching, uh, yeah, thank you. Here it's still a bit early. It's 8:43 p.m. So yeah, I will have a dinner and have a rest. So if you guys do the same, take a rest and go play Silk Song, I think. Hollow Knight. Yeah, it just released it and everyone is saying good stuff about it. Thank you. Yeah, see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe and that kind of stuff to support the channel. And yeah, see ya. Thank you. Bye.